just thought I'd share what we got. I already put away the strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries. Oh, actually, I have not put away the blackberries. Tomatoes. I always get the multicolored ones because I want Tiny to remember that not all food looks the same. Which is why at a very young age we talked about seasonings a lot, because I didn't want to have that kid that sees like a fleck in something and like freaks out. So yeah, lettuce. Okay, I know this is first world problems, but we sold our fridge like with our house when we moved, and this place has a whatever this kind of fridge is called, and I hate it. As someone who cooks 90% of our meals every single month, I wouldn't even say that. I would say like 98% of our meals. This does not work for me. I need it to be like wide and open and put the freezer at the bottom. Oh, cucumbers, peppers. Oh, keep forgetting what I'm doing. Watermelon. I got a mini one because Tiny and I are alone this week. And I like to put that in the fridge so that when we go to eat it, it's nice and cold. I got some butter. I always use the cheap, not high quality butter for like baking and stuff, and bread and whatever. And then I use like the grass-fed stuff for when we're topping things or sometimes to cook things in. Most of the time I'm using the olive oil though, or avocado oil, depending on our budget that month. But I freeze these, so I'm gonna go put them in the outdoor freezer because that one again is tiny. I am so glad that we decided to keep our little chest freezer. Is that what it's called? Just a small freezer, you know? Because that has been very helpful. Okay, we got some oat milk. This is my favorite brand. I like the taste of it. I know that there's some not of my favorite things in it, but it has way less than other stuff. There's no gums in here, and that is what I like. We don't need gums. So these I'm gonna put in my underdoor storage, along with I bought some coconut water. Garbage bags, those go under the sink. Maybe I bought the Costco one, so I might have to divide them. A Costco size of gallon freezer bags, because I go through those so much. We have been going through so much coconut water. Hey, well, that goes to my pressure cooker. Since moving to southern Utah, because it's a dry desert. But coming from where we did in Texas, where it was like super humid all the time, our bodies have just been dry. I don't usually buy coconut water, but I started buying it, well, to help with the transition and because it's the summer, so southern Utah is already hot in the summer, so I thought use a little bit of the budget for that. Now I have what some of my friends call a bougie baby. She is obsessed with coconut water and she'll ask for electrolytes. So every day I've been making like a nutrient drink, but I'm gonna start making my own electrolytes. I did the math. Well, AI and I did the math, and we could be making one serving of electrolytes for 9 cents or 10 cents. I think after you rounded it, I just went up. I think it was 0.093 or something. So I just rounded up to 10 compared to like 80 cents. And then we can just use a Neo squeezy or some other type of flavoring or no flavoring and just put it in with the mixture of cranberry juice. Or I usually mix electrolytes in with my BCAAs after I work out. So then you don't need any flavoring and you've just made your BCAAs even better. So after I perfect that recipe, I will share it, because I am also going to buy at some point more flavorings, which then like dry flavorings, which then takes the price up to 30 cents, I think, or below that. But I wanted to do lemon, strawberry, coconut, so that's a lot of flavors, so you really only need to pick one. And then the stevia was the sweetener that I was going to use, so you have to account for that as well. Let me get these into my baggy thing that my beautiful mother got for me forever ago, which it can hang up, and that would have been so helpful in this very much smaller house. But once I got everything up in here, like I needed this storage for the door. Oh my gosh, these will not fit. I didn't have a place for it. There we go. These things are so helpful. It always surprises me when you get more stuff to organize your stuff in the small spaces. Like in my brain, you shouldn't buy more stuff to help it fit in a smaller place because you're just gonna add more stuff to it. But every time, it always makes everything smaller, somehow. I love the Element brand, which if you watch any YouTube or like any health creators, they are probably sponsored by Element. But I love the ingredients that they have in there because there's nothing in there. And I just like the ratio that they use. So I actually bought the electrolytes that they use, so potassium chloride, magnesium malate, and then some salt for the sodium. And I got this one specifically because it dilutes really fast, but all of these will make 760 servings. So Logan is also taking a serving every day, so that's a lot. That's like a year. The salt was $12 and the 2 powders were $25 each, so $50 for the entire year. For electrolytes, that is so cheap considering that like the ones we had currently are the just ingredient ones, which I really like this brand as well, but these are $25 per bag and it's only 30 servings. So $25 a month, $50 a year. I don't know about your math, but that's pretty good. My family is very budget oriented because I don't know about you, but I don't like spending my money on random-ish. Let me put these away and then I'll tell you about some other math that I did. On the topic of like saving money while feeding a family, let me preface this. I buy the higher quality items, which are usually more expensive, but I buy less than what other people do because I make more things. Does that make sense? Oh, this is gonna be an issue. I don't want to put this whole box under my thing. I don't have that much space. Okay, we'll have this discussion after I get these put away under my sink somehow and get all those paper towels up in the top. Okay. So let's go over my tips. I wrote them down so I don't forget. So here are my 5 tips on budgeting for food for your family, like groceries, eating out, kind of cover both. Number 1, know your budget. There's so many people who we talk about food and buying groceries and all that just don't even know their budget and don't keep track of the food that they buy on their budget. So you can't really manage your finances a little bit more if you don't know what's coming in and out. So start there. So you also have to account for cost of living for wherever you live. In Texas, food is really cheap. I did not know that until I moved, because the only other time I've lived out of Utah is when I moved to Iowa for college soccer, and I wasn't buying groceries there because we had the cafeteria and all the athletes ate at the cafeteria. But for raising my family of 3 in Texas, I did $400 a month for groceries, and my groceries include only food items. So paper towels, kitchen soap, stuff like that, I put that in a miscellaneous line item. Here in Utah, I was shocked when I was grocery shopping the first week. My bill for that shopping trip, which I bought all the exact same things that I usually do, was so much more. Oh my gosh, it hurt my soul. Here I've had to up it by 100 to just account for that. And then for eating out, we were doing $50 a month, which sounds like so little, especially because for our family to go out based on Tiny's eating habits currently. Also, let me preface this by saying I hate fast food. I hate it. I always feel disgusting after I eat it. I don't like the stuff that goes into it. We eat at places like, in Utah, some of my staples are Aubergine. I like Zao Cafe, Asian Cafe. Zupa's is another one. So more of like the fast casual where they actually like make it in front of you. To feed our family, it would be about $40-ish. So we would eat out maybe once a month. So $450 a month for all of our food for a family of 3. Living here, we upped it to $500, and then we also upped our eating out budget to $100. That's because my husband is traveling a lot for this job, and so we upped it just in case I need to take more breaks. But knowing me, I'm very conscious of how much I'll need to rest, or just like how overwhelmed I'll be, and so I do what's later on my list, a tip that I do to make those days feel like the eating out days, and it's very easy. Number 2, keep a master list of food products in your home. I'm talking freezer, pantry, and fridge. I don't do my like sesame oil, seed, like I don't do that kind of stuff, but like the main items. So I know how many boxes of mac and cheese do we have. If it's getting low, I know the number. I know how many bags of flour we have left. Like, I don't know off the top of my head, but I have it written down somewhere. Written down somewhere where I can see it anywhere I am. So I use the Good Notes app, and I have a planner. It actually has a page that is just kitchen inventory. Each week I go on there, make sure it's all updated. Usually I'll update it as soon as I go grocery shopping. That's the easiest. But once a week when I'm meal planning for the week, I will literally take my iPad. I have a little pen for my iPad, and I will walk around our entire house and update that list. So I'll take things off, add things, number things. I do everything in my fridge that's not like a condiment that we won't need. Like if I notice, hey, we're like really out of ketchup, then I'll put ketchup on the list that we need to buy, but I don't like keep those on the list, if that makes sense. So when it comes to meal planning every week, it's so easy to just go through and meal plan. I don't even have to like walk around my kitchen. I can just do it on the couch because my whole kitchen is on my iPad right in front of me. No food is wasted. Everything is used in the freezer, fridge, all that. So, and I know everything that's in there. Number 3, buy in bulk. I know it's expensive when you like look at it. It will save you so much money in the long run. For our family, I make it a point that we eat a lot of produce. So I buy all of our produce in bulk as well, and all of our meat is bought in bulk. Another bonus tip, when you buy in bulk, say you have chicken, I will freeze individual, this is why I use so many Ziploc bags. I will freeze chicken, nothing in it, just one bag with so many pieces in it. And then I'll freeze another bag, and I will throw in a bunch of like a marinade, just randomly. I'll marinate one, label it with the general flavor, freeze that. And then if I'm doing like a specific marinated chicken, I'll do that. We have a Peruvian one that my daughter is obsessed with, so I'll put that in the freezer. So then I have like easy meals already put in. So I do that like either the day I go grocery shopping or the day after. So yeah, that's just a bonus tip. Buy in bulk. It's so much cheaper, even though it looks more expensive. Overall, it's cheaper. Number 4, cook in bulk. So I really only cook maybe 4 days a week, sometimes 3. It's very rare that I'm cooking every single day of the week, because I don't like to. I might be like doing other things like baking bagels one day or something. I know some people don't like leftovers, and if you're one of those people, we are not those people. I've heard a lot of people cooking in bulk, but it's all separated so you can make different things from those items cooked. So they'll do like plain shredded chicken or chopped chicken or whatever, and then they'll cook rice or quinoa. They'll make one dressing, vegetables chop raw or cooked. I don't really prep fruit because it just gets weird once you cut it. But that way everything is a lot faster. You make sure you're using everything. It's a lot cheaper overall. It just makes life a lot easier. And if you like meals, I sometimes will cook like a ton of spaghetti sauce and I'll freeze half of it into like giant mason jars. Not giant, just regular mason jars. And then I have spaghetti, like a meat marinara sauce ready to go whenever I want like a lazy dinner. But I know everything that's been in there and I know it's a lot cheaper and more nutrient dense than getting it from like the grocery store. And it already has like the protein in it. So makes everything a lot easier. Number 5. This, I've kind of talked about it multiple times, but keep a freezer pantry. So you know how you have like the mac and cheese boxes for backups and the marinara sauces or whatever kind of things you guys like to keep in your pantry. Keep that, but for your freezer. And in my opinion, it's best to make it yourself. So we have these like sweet and sour turkey burgers. They are so good. Even my daughter loves them so much. They have like jalapenos in them, and you put on the Thai sweet chili sauce. My daughter like dips it in the Thai sweet chili sauce and eats it. She loves them. But when we do that meal, I will like double it or triple it, and then I'll make all the patties, but I'll freeze the other half of the raw ones. So I'll do all of that and I'll flash freeze them, just keep them in a giant Ziploc bag. So then you just pull them out, you can pan fry it, or I use like it's not called a George Foreman, that's like the griddle thing machine. I love that thing. It's like a panini press, but it has like the grill side to it. We just throw ours on there and it takes, I don't know, 5 minutes, if that, to get them cooked all the way through because I make them pretty thin. Doing stuff like that makes it so that you have really fast meals in the freezer, but you know what's in them. They're cleaner ingredients. You just gotta find like your staples. If you guys want, I can make a video on our staples. Those are my tips. Hopefully that's helpful. I know that feeding a family and like food buying and budgeting is really hard. From what I've found, it's normal for US people to spend like $800-ish, like for not super budgety families, for both eating out and groceries. Some are less, like on the 600 range, but to be around 450 for both eating out and groceries is like really low. If you guys can do it cheaper and you feed a family of 3, I would be very intrigued on what you're doing. For our family math, I was feeding our family for the whole day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and 1 snack a day. We have large meals. So for us to have 1 snack a day, like we don't need any more than that because I make sure we have big old meals. But I was feeding my family for $13 a day. That's everybody. That's not each. So $13 a day for all of our meals for every single person in my family, except for my dog. I think that's pretty good. But yeah, let me know if you guys want more types of these videos. I know it's a big thing when you're trying to work on your health, is buying and how to do that and making the time for it. It's a whole other subject. I've done this kind of cooking for my family. I did it working a 9 to 5. I didn't have a kid. I did it quite a bit even during when I was diagnosed with cancer, if I could get off the couch. We did have like more fast ready meals or people were feeding us. And then I've now done it with a kid. I also work, not part-time, 4th time. I don't know how you want to call that, but I'm like the stay-at-home parent. I did it while my husband was deployed, so it can be done. And it can be done more easily than I think people realize, and you can make it a lot easier for later on. But I like keeping those pantry things. You throw them on the grill, dinner done. Chop up some cucumbers, or you've already prepped all the vegetables, and I'll do like pottery trays. Keep them in the fridge. You pull out the party tray. There's all the vegetable for today. Let me know if you guys want like specific ideas on meals. I'm sure I'll share that at some point anyways because I like sharing that stuff. Alright, so I need to move on with my day. I have some like life maintenance things that need to get done. I went to the eye doctor today and I need glasses. It was bound to happen. Okay, they told me when I got cancer that this would happen faster than natural, that I would need them. So I got that checked for the first time today definitely need those. I can still like drive and all of that, just everything's a bit fuzzy. And that my head really hurts by the end of the day. Working on computers like a whole nother level, and that's what I mainly do. So I need to find a pair of those, buy a pair of those. If you're curious on my like theme day process, I can do a whole nother video on that because it is very helpful as a stay-at-home parent to just be tunnel visioned in one aspect of life. Random little vlog, but hopefully it was helpful. If you like this vlog, giving it a thumbs up would really help the channel. I don't know, I like doing this for fun, so if you didn't like it, it's fine. If you're new here, my name is Kiera. I've had stage 4 cancer twice. I have been in remission for almost 5 years now. In 2 months, I hit my 5-year like cured date for cancer. So it's a very big deal this year, and I have something very big planned. But I share healing after cancer, what that can look like. I also had a miracle baby, so like also sharing parenthood a little bit. So yeah, health, wellness. I'm a certified personal trainer, nutritionist, all of that. So if you want to like, you know, hang out and I don't know, you need to be like entertained, then hopefully I've entertained you during your lunch or dinner prep or whatever it is you're doing. So thanks for being here. I will see you in my next video. Bye.